Hi everyone, it's Vicki. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to do something I thought I would never do. And well, let's get to the store and then we'll talk about it. We're going to go in the back way. Avoid all the traffic. Okay, this is where we are. Guess if we're going to Lowe's, or we're going to Dollar Tree, Ulta, or Ross. If you guessed Lowe's, you guessed right, and we're going to the garden center. Let's talk about that a minute. The reason I'm making this video is because it is going to be a little bit of an orchid challenge to myself. I recently, well, let me back up. I've been in Lowe's, Home Depot, lots of garden centers and places that have these orchids that are packaged. And I remember one time going past some in Home Depot, looking at it because they just filled the assortment. There was the display. There was a huge assortment, and I remember looking right at the orchids and saying, "I'm so sorry you've been imprisoned." Yes, I would have never considered purchasing one. However, I came across another YouTuber's channel. I can't remember her name right now. Maybe I'll put it down below. But anyway. And she bought them. She calls them bag babies. And she bought some. And so I asked her, I said, have you grown them before? And she has a huge garden. I've been catching up on her videos because she has a lot of them. And she said, yeah, like 99% of hers came from that, purchased that way. Because they're very affordable and they do have nice assortments. And then I noticed that my Orchid Adventure, who I also follow, I ran across a video of hers with them, and she calls them, what does she call them? Orchid in a bag. She calls them orchid in a bag. The other one calls them bag babies. And then I watched an actual, the brand is Better Grow, and they call them packaged orchids. But anyway, long and short of it is, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to go in and see if they have a couple maybe cattleyas, because I have a couple spaces on my rolly thing, my rolly cart, and let's see how that works. So let's go in and look. If they don't have them here at my Lowe's, then we can go to Home Depot, because that's just not too far away. Very close. Oh, looky here. What city is? Oh, it's a 6-pack. Oh, they're the smaller 6-pack of them. How pretty. Okay, and then here's the gallon ones. Quarts. Okay, they have the big ones too, with the foil wrap. How beautiful. Oh, it's cold. Brr. And then they have the size that I like the best. Okay, these guys are really set up for Christmas. Look at all this. And all these Norfolk pines. But I found what I was looking for. Not a huge selection. But let's see what they have. A lavender cattleya. Not real different than one I have, so I'm going to pass on that. Two-tone Vanda in yellow. I have Vandas coming in today. And a cattleya, and Vanda. On the little bigger size, they're $13.98. These were $7.98. This very cool Vanda, pink Vanda. This is the one that's got my attention. Let's see here. Or a big pink one. What the heck is that? They have to be painted, huh? Anybody ever seen that before? Got a bunch of fowls outside. Ooh, that reminds me. Let's check the death rack. Death rack number 1. No orchids. Again, no orchids. Pretty. Look over there. The cold and wind and drizzle ran me inside. So I'm going to look at the indoor orchids before my battery runs out. Actually, I think the ones outside look better. So many ones. Flowers are waning. Yeah, these are going to be on the death rack before long. That's a pretty display. I love these. Ooh, there they are, all ready to go. See, I have one I got as a gift. I planted it in my yard after it bloomed. And it doesn't come up this time of year, so these are obviously greenhouse forced. I've noticed these before here too. If I can recall, how many Christmas cactuses have I killed? I'm on my way to Home Depot because I only found one at Lowe's that I was interested in. And we're here at the Home Depot. Pretty. Okay, we got some outdoor orchids. Phalaenopsis mostly. Okay, so they have basically the same price, $7.98 and $13.98 for the bigger ones. They have a little bit larger assortment, well, more inventory, let's say. They are all vandas and cattleyas. Ooh, what is this one? This looks interesting. Oh, it's a dendrobium. It's probably going to turn out to be very much like the one I have. So I'm going to put that back. It's a pink cattleya. I don't think I actually have a pink one. I thought this was cool, but it's a vanda. And like I said, I have 4 coming from Moat's nursery today. And I don't think I have this one. So, I don't know which ones to get. There's a red one. Oh no, that's a vanda. Stay away from the vandas, Vicky. This one's pretty. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. Although it's similar to one that I have. I don't know. What do I get? Okay, I kept nosing my way through them. And in the very back, I found a yellow. Let me try that, because I think everything I have is more toward the pink, purple, red kind of stuff. No indoor orchids, but again, a Christmas tree forest. Ooh, I really like this one. I want a flock tree. Oh, it's just, I don't want one that tall. I already have one that tall, and it's a pain. Oh, me likey that. And those. So I'm following everybody's advice on YouTube, and I am rehydrating these orchids. They've been in here a good while, so it's probably time to dry them out. Do the repotting, and let the great bagged orchid test begin. Eddie's out here helping me. He likes to lay on this Sherpa bed, but he gets an extra little layer of warmth this morning. Okay, I have everything set up to plant my bag babies. I have bag babies. I have some moss and potting mix. I have the pots. They're recycles. I just cleaned them out really good. And it's all in a garbage bag because I am the biggest mess. So this is my new way to try to pot an orchid, is right into the garbage bag. I usually put newspaper on the table, but I always inevitably either rip the newspaper or it gets separated because, you know, the sheets don't fill this table. But anyway, the long and short of it is I end up with a bunch of yuck on my outdoor dining table. So let's get started. Let's open these orchids up and see how they look. All right, so let's get into this orchid. They have rubber bands around them. Poor things. I still believe they are imprisoned to a sense. All right, so I'm going to have to take this stick out. And this is the yellow and red one. And then this stuff is what keeps the media in. Oh, and it's got, let's see what it says. Yeah, I can't say that. I can say the yellow with red lip. Some kind of cattleya. I remember I hydrated these for a long time yesterday. Everything is still real wet. Oh, the root is nice and pliable. I should be able to get this out easily. Look at this. Yeah, this still feels spongy, like a good root. I'm surprised. You know, I always kind of poo-pooed these orchids in a bag. No idea. Shame on me. I'm just going to change this media. It's probably not even, what is all that? Oh, a lot of perlite in there. It's actually not even broken down. I don't see any bad root. Well, maybe this one. And that's kind of at the top. Excuse me. I've just been sinusy the last few days. All right, that's stuck to that bark. I'm going to leave it alone if it's stuck to the bark. So we have really two sections of this orchid. This here and this here. Looks healthy to me. It's not as stiff as some of them. Might be the cold, I don't know. That looks to be a broken root there, but hey. You're gonna make an omelet, you're gonna break an egg. So, I'm using its pot, one of the pots as my tripod, so why don't we just go ahead and open both orchids at once. This one has no rubber band, so we can just pull this netting stuff. You know, I should keep this netting stuff because sometimes when I repot a little piece that falls off of something and I have a hard time keeping it in the pot, that might not be a bad idea. Okay, I don't know if I could get, that wasn't easy to get out. This thing's got some serious roots, I bet. This says BLC Jan Hollingsworth Sun Bulb, yellow 2617. It's all yellow. Well, this fell out. Look at all those roots. They look pretty good, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised. I could not imagine that orchids that sat in a bag, maybe they water them. This is the one from Home Depot. Oh, I forgot to put gloves on. Look, that's stuck to that. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to disturb roots. If it's stuck to the roots, it's staying. Okay, so this is kind of about the same situation as the other one, where I have kind of one section and then another section. Kind of look like you could split them. Not going to, but they look like you could. Okay. I am shocked. These look better than a couple of the mail order ones I've gotten in. So, all right, so I'll go ahead and pot these up and let's see what they look like when I'm finished with them. Yeah. So my memory card ran out on my camera, and that's because it's just a little card in there actually. But I have him potted up. I know he looks like he's potted too deep, but that's because he's not wet yet. Normally I do wet all the soil and everything for, not soil, but you know, the medium and the moss that I put on top first, but he was pretty wet. It's cold. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put him in, and then I will give him a little bit of a soak. It's not going to be as soaking wet as normal. Okay, number 2, the all yellow one, potted up. This one didn't want to go in a pot as easy. The other one just took to it. This one, you know, I like raising, let me rephrase this. I've had my best luck with cattleyas as bare root, like that guy over there in the corner, that guy over there in the middle, and I think this guy would have liked that. But because he's been in a pot, I forced him into another one. So I am going to get these watered and then on the stand, and then we can start comparing how they grow versus the cattleyas I have that were purchased at nurseries. We're going to see the comparison, the great orchid experiment on if these grow as well as something purchased in a nursery, and also, more importantly, are they going to be the orchids that are pictured on the photos. Okay, they are on the bottom rack of my rolly thing. And let's see how they grow in comparison to, like, say, that one or that one. Alright, thanks for watching my channel. I do hope that you'll like and subscribe. And if you are an orchid grower Let me know what your favorite type of orchid is and where you like to purchase it. At a nursery, at an orchid farm, at an orchid show, from a friend, from the mail order, from eBay. Oh, sun's coming up. See you soon.